sussing out your luck, going harder than pain, and that's how you assert dominance.
SirTag, do you live in Boston? Yes, I do, dude. Boston is where it's at. As I said before, you never really want to drop your archers in the back. But we had to do it, so feels bad, man. Set my deuces with the peace sign. I like the clan name, man. I really like the clan name. We'll drop Ice Spear right on top of the miner. He's going to have Goblin Gang with miners, so it's going to be a bait deck, miner poison maybe. Or it could be 3 musketeers. Regardless, I'm going to go in with an Xbow because we will be up elixir. He's going to have mortar. Wasn't expecting this at all. Mortar's so easy. I've played against it way too much. Unless he's extremely good with mortar, he's going to lose this game. So we're going to go in for an Ice Golem. The Ice Golem is going to be the primary target. We're going to go in for Ice Spirit right on top. And we're going to kill the miner and we're going to get some chip damage. If you guys notice that Ice Spirit placement, you always want to go in for the Ice Spirit or the skeletons on that little corner because that's where most people drop their miner. So usually in double elixir, that's where you break through and do a critical amount of damage with Expo. But I want to keep applying pressure. Just see if we can get some damage early on because we are up elixir. He ended up letting that lock on, so that's really decent for me. I'm going to go in for archers as well. He's going to go in for mortar. I'm just going to go in for ice golem. And since he has miner, there's no really big reason that I can't go in for expos early on. If he has hog rider, right, it's way harder for me to justify going in for expos and trying to do damage that way. He has to spend so much elixir. That's a minor log, and he ended up having to split Goblin Gang and mortar just to deal with a simple expo. So he's falling further and further behind in every interaction. So I'm just going to go in for another Expo. I'm going to go in for Skeletons. We're going to get ready for a Goblin Gang wherever he wants to drop that. He's probably going to split it because he is a good player. He split it last time. We're going to try to split Archers. I'm going to go in for a log right on top of Steven the Spear Goblin so they don't do too much damage to me. He's definitely going to go in for a Goblin Gang soon. As soon as that Archer dies, I want to go in for... Alright. That Ice Golem's going to do pretty well for me. I'm going to go in for Skeletons with the Ice Spirit. He goes in for a pre-log, so that was really well played by him. So what I want to do here is I want to go set up an Expo, defensive Expo, and then convert defense into offense with this. So he can't drop a mortar. What are you going to do? Are you going to go drop a mortar like... this is going to be area denial, essentially. So if he goes and drops a mortar, it's going to get DPS down by the Expo. So he has to deal with that Expo, but the Expo isn't in a spot where he wants to log it. It isn't in a spot... Oh, he just loses the game. That's just a garbage play. Now he has absolutely no way of dealing with this. Look, I have 2 Expos on the field. The first Expo is going to be helping my second Expo set up. And this is just going to be GG. There's absolutely no way for him to deal with the second Expo. That's exactly what you want to do when they don't have a big spell and they're running mortar with just bait. You just want to set up another Expo, take full advantage of that, and assert dominance. So here we go, guys. That's a lot of damage for us. We're going to be able to set up another Expo again. We're just going to rinse and repeat that transaction. Rather play safe than sorry. That's why I'm going to do it yet again. He might have just given up because he realizes there's absolutely no way for his deck to beat that. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what this guy wants to do? He's going to go in for a miner. We're just going to fireball it. We can literally ignore the miner, and now he's going to be down even more elixir. The miner's going to do a insignificant, inconsequential 500 damage to my tower, and his mortar is not going to be able to defend because I dropped that Expo in that spot. So this is how you beat mortar every single time if they're not running a Hog Rider, and it's just a very easy way of making it happen. He just spent another, like... crap ton of elixir, so we're just going to go in for an Expo now because he's down so much here. I'm going to go for a Fireball just to chip away at the Expo and get on top, or allow the Expo right on top of the tower. He's just not letting me have it. Oh man, why you got to make this just such a long prolonged game when you can't win it? Why you got to do me like this, bruh? Alright, here we go. Expo's on top of the tower. Now I can just Fireball cycle him. Good game, well played, and good luck. He prolonged his death for such a long period of time. He was actually a good mortar player, but there was just nothing he could do. You can't fight the inevitable, my man. You can't fight the inevitable. If we just don't play Giant Double Prince every game, we'll be fine. So I don't want to cycle Archers. I'm going to cycle Ice Golem instead. Much rather cycle Skeletons, Ice Spirit, and then Ice Golem. Those are the cards that I like cycling. I really don't like cycling Archers, but I will cycle them if I don't have anything else. I'm going to go cycle my Archers now, and he's going to go Log. He's going to have Mega Minion. Okay, alright, what is this deck? I'm going to go Expo, opposite lane of the Ewiz. Just apply some pressure here. So he's going to have a Graveyard. This is going to be an automatic W. There's absolutely no way for him to win this matchup. Like, as hard as he wants to try, there's no way. Oh wait, never mind, he's got Dark Prince. This is going to be a little bit more difficult than I thought it would be. So I'm just going to go cycle another Xbow, and there's nothing he can do, right? He could rush opposite lane with Graveyard, but then I just go in for archers, and then if he poisons, it's an overcommitment, he loses the game. So I'm just going to go cycle my skeletons, because he's probably going to go in for an Ice Golem, so I want that to get DPS down by the skeletons if he decides to go opposite lane. If he doesn't, then I'm just going to go Ice Golem right on top of the Mega Minion. Mega Minion dies, he loses the hut, Xbow goes on top of the tower, and we take the W. Only other card he has in cycle right now is Ewiz. He might go in for a poison. Yeah, he goes in for poison. That's why we drop our archers up a little bit higher. We don't mess around there. See, this is going to be a really slow death. He's running the poison, but it's going to be a slow death for him. So actually, we don't have archers in cycle, so that might have been a bad play by me. So I would have to go in cycle log. I don't know what he wants to do here. I'm just going to go in for an offensive Expo, so then he doesn't actually have the ability of going in and making something happen with the Graveyard. He's obviously going to have Graveyard with this deck. There is no other transition that he has. He's going to have Minor Poison with Dark Prince, Ewiz. It screams Graveyard to me. I'm going to go for a log just to mitigate damage from the Spear Goblins. Going for Ice Spirit Scalies as well. Notice where I dropped my Ice Spirit, guys. That is pivotal. If you drop the Ice Spirit anywhere else, that log would have just completely finessed me. But because I dropped this Ice Spirit off in that little nook and cranny, we ended up getting the better of him there. I'm actually going to have to log back the Dark Prince, because Dark Prince is OP. It might get a hit on my archers. Yeah, sick, man. Really, really balanced card, so... it always gets that hit when you never think it is. Really nice Fireball by me, so I'm just going to go in for Expo. And because he decided to give me that cluster of Fireball, I think we're just going to get on top of the tower here. It's actually way harder playing against Dark Prince. If he had guards, free log value 24/7. But since he doesn't have that, he has like a million mini tanks. It's way more frustrating, actually. So I'm going to go in for a Tesla here, and then I'm going to go in for... an Expo in a spot that he's like, do I want to poison this? You can't poison it. So we're just going to set up that Expo. It's going to end up eradicating anything that he wants to drop there. I'm going to go in for an Ice Golem. We're still going to be working on that lane. I take back my words that this is an incredibly easy matchup. Dark Prince, I underestimated how OP that card was. I'm just going to go in for another Expo. Going for the Sim City. And this is we're really just playing SimCity, guys. Is this Clash Royale or is this SimCity? I can't tell anymore. Yeah, it's a good game. When you're in doubt, just drop a defensive Expo, build off of that, and cop the W. Because the defensive Expo, it's OP, man. It's OP. Ashen1 says, Mortar is so underpowered. Yeah, Mortar is underpowered, but the thing that makes Mortar decks so OP on ladders, you're able to draw a lot of bad matchups. You really can't draw bad matchups in grand challenges. So, do you know Coach Corey Tag? Yeah, Coach Corey is one of my best friends. Literally, legitimately one of my best friends. Great guy, and I only watch his content for Brawl Stars. I don't play Brawl Stars that much, but when I do play and when I want to watch content, he is the only person that I watch, the only person that actually provides really great strategic content. So he's going to go for the pump in the middle. I have to cycle archers, and then I'm just sitting here with the worst possible hand, having to log a pump. This is why... Okay, alright, well, that did work out a little bit, I guess. Kinda, sorta, not really. It's going to give me Fireball value, so we can't pass up on that. And we will end up finishing off that one Musketeer. So I kind of want to cycle 2 Expos here, since that Expo is full health. I should definitely be able to cycle back to another Expo, use this Expo, convert defense into offense. Despite that deplorable start, we're still going to have an Expo on the field, and he's going to cycle units right into it, so... Okay, so he doesn't want to deal with that Expo at all. He's just going to waste 3 elixir. Really solid for me. And he just used his Ice Golem, too. So he just used his Ice Golem. I'm going to go in for an Expo opposite lane. I think he loses the game. I can't imagine him defending this. Ice Golem is his primary tank. If he doesn't have that in cycle, he's going to be in a world of pain. So he's going to have Minion Ward. He's going to have 3 Musketeers. And he's going to have Miner back in cycle soon. He used the Zap, so I'm going to go in for Skeletons right on top of the Miner. His Miner's going to get caught with his pants down, and then the Expo's just going to take his tower. Or do a lot of damage, actually. And he spent so much elixir, too. Expo is just so good. Despite that horrible, horrible start, we're still bouncing back. He's going to pump up, so I'm just going to Fireball that. I'm not going to mess around. I'm going to go in for a defensive Expo. Not going to be cycling archers, waiting for him to drop 3 Musketeers, because really his only play is to drop 3 Muskies. So I want to drop my defensive Expo. Right when I say his only play is dropping 3 Musketeers, he drops the Mirror Pump. What a god. What a literal legend. I don't understand, but this guy is crazy. Whatever, dude. Whatever. So I'm going to go in for a Tesla. I don't want to fireball this, but I'm going to. I'm going to go in for a log right on top of the Goblin Gang. And I'm going to eat a little bit of damage from the muskie. He's going to have to respond to those archers. So I guess he doesn't have minion horde. He was not having minion horde this entire time, guys. I'm going to cycle archers in one lane. I just can't. I can't deal with these people. Like, what possesses this guy to run this deck? What happened, man? Like, why would you ever think this is a good idea? I'm going to go for archers, and we're trying to set up some pretty nice counter push. I'm going to go in for Ice Spirit right on top of the muskie. And I think that we actually mitigated his huge elixir advantage. So I'm going to go in for my Xbow. Could fireball that, or I could leave it alone. Honestly, I kind of want to just vibe with Ice Golem and then Skellies. If I drop Ice Spirit right in front, tanks. Oh, that tank was lit. Let's go, guys. Xbow's right on top of the tower. And that Ice Spirit, it tanked the musketeer hit, allowing my Xbow to preserve a lot of HP. It jumped on top of the battle ram. And, okay, alright. All I gotta do is cycle one more set of fireballs, and we got the game in the bag. So, I'm gonna go... Why are you trying to go in for a double miner? Dude, that's... Even if that got on top of my tower, which it didn't, it was not going to do anywhere close to 1,000 damage. He really would have had to shovel for quite a while for that to happen. Game over. We're going to be saucing out the good luck, and... Oh, jeez, this is bad. This is really bad. Tragic times. And I have to get back to archers. Oh, sick. I love it when my 2 air defensive cards are last in cycle. Where were my archers? Where was my Tesla? Oh my god. I hate when you have bad cycles like that, but we will bounce back, guys. We will bounce back with a vengeance. So he's probably going to be rocking the P.E.K.K.A. Loon deck that is pretty common at the moment. He's going to have lavahound. Okay, this is going to be really easy then. So I'm going to go start off with the Tesla. The #1 rule of this deck against lavahound is you always go same lane as them. I see a lot of people trying to go opposite lane, but that is the worst way. That is how you lose the game 99% of the time. You go same lane, you drop defensive Teslas, you go in for archers. If they go in for a loon, then you fireball the loon and the lavahound pups as they pop. Notice how I staggered my archers away from the Tesla, so he wasn't able to get some really nice fireball value. And he's going to go in for a balloon now, but it's not going to be too good for him. I can go in for a Tesla. I don't have archers in cycle. What the hell? Like, there's no way that that should be in the deck ever. Oh my god. Like, I don't know what this is anymore. Like, what is my life coming down to? We're playing against people that have Inferno Tower in a Lava Loon deck. Do they not understand that Tombstone is a perfectly viable card? Just trying to break the meta trend, I guess. Really awkward. Really, really awkward. What are those, man? Can we get some SirTagFs in the chat or some SirTag Rages? You guys have that. That is exactly what's going on in my head right now. I don't really understand. My body was not prepared for that Inferno Tower. I can truthfully tell you guys that my body was not prepared for that. I'm going to go for high archer, so he's not able to hit my tower if he goes in for a fireball. He's not able to hit the Tesla. He's just going to hit archers, literally doing a negative trade. I'm going to go cycle back to another Tesla. Such an easy matchup. So that loon is absolutely going to do nothing. I'm going to go in for Ice Spirit here. He's going to go in for arrows because I guess he really hates 3 Musketeers. So he's like, I hope that this guy is running 3 Musketeers minion horde so I can arrows it. That would be the next thing that would happen to me. I had a really bad card cycle this game. If I was running 3 Musketeers, I would only have minion horde in cycle and then he would just arrow it. And then the balloon would just take a dump on my tower and it would feel so bad. We're going to go for Tesla. We will end up copying this W. Despite that horrific start, I think that this is just, his fate is already sealed. So we're going to go for Ice Spirit, and we're just going to go in for another Tesla. I'm going to go same lane as him. I'm going to go cycle archers first, and then I'm going to go in for Skellies. Go cycle my Tesla. He's going to go... Oh, dude, I needed those archers to be up a little bit higher. He didn't end up fireballing the Tesla. He went for tower damage, which is really bad. But I'm just going to fireball that. As I was saying, guys, you fireball the pups and the lavahound as soon as the pups pop. And now you're going to see how we cop the W. He's not going to have enough elixir. I don't know what those arrows were supposed to do at all. Good game, well played, bro. Yo, the Ice Spirit's going to finish him. Oh, never mind. We're going to go for a fireball. Good game, well played, and good luck, bro. Game over. Let's get some hype in the chat. We bounced back after that horrendous starting hand. Can't believe we had that. Like, Supercell, please, let us pick one card in our starting hand. I just want Tesla or Archers in my starting hand. And then he decides to go in for the Balloon Skarmy combination that, guys, there's no way that I would ever have Ewiz. He knows for a fact that I don't have Ewiz. There's no way, right? He's seen all my cards, totally. Just goes in for a balloon with Skarmy. What are those, man? Really oddball deck. I'm going to go for Ice Spirit in the back, and then I'm going to go in and push my luck with an Xbow. And hopefully he doesn't have Giant as well. If he does, we'll go in for a Tesla. Oh my god, let's go! You thought, bro, you thought that heal minion horde was going to work out perfectly, but, you know, you got finessed. What was he expecting, an Xbow Zap deck? Like, I have no idea what that was, but it was absolutely hysterical. If I have Tesla, it kills the minions in one hit, so the heal wasn't going to do anything for him in either scenario. So Tesla plus Ice Golem is a 6 elixir combination. Fireballing it kills it immediately. So much rather do that if I could. There's absolutely no way to defend this. I don't know, guys. Like, I can't. Oh my god! Fire on fire action. Is that like the equivalent of raging up the Inferno Dragon